Guys, you're doing a good job so far, right, everybody? Yes. And here's just an aside. A while ago, I was talking to Governor Ehrlich. He and his wife Kendall was on Square Off, and so he came with her. And he predicted, this is my little question, that he will be the last Republican governor to ever win in the state of Maryland. That no other Republican, because of the Democratic majority, will ever win again. I'm just interested in your reaction to that, Charles.
Yeah, bless his heart. He's wrong.
Thank you very much. Let's go on. Just kidding. Go ahead.
If there's ever been a time when we can win in the state of Maryland, it's right now. The current governor has done such a great job ostracizing members of his own party and so many populations across the state. Just Prince George's County alone, some of the conversations I hear from businessmen and women and clergymen and women in Prince George's County, in Baltimore City, here in this city with elected officials as well, the frustration that currently exists because of some of the things, most of the things, a rain tax for crying out loud, that the current governor has proposed, over 74 new taxes and fees. It is ripe and ready, but listen, folks, we have to have the kind of conversation that doesn't demoralize people. We can't disrespect people trying to make a point. We have to bring people together. It's a little thing I call connectivity. Whether they're college students, whether they're Latino Americans or African Americans or white Americans, we are one Maryland. This was going to get it done. That's why we're going to win, why the Lollar administration is going to win in November. Because people are going to recognize that we have the opportunity to bridge gaps. Yes, we have the right economic policy. Yes, it's understood we're not running to be your priest, we're running to be your governor. And yes, it's understood a new way forward will take Maryland down a direction with bold ideas, not kicking this can down the road. It's going to make a huge difference. I think that Ehrlich's assumptions are absolutely wrong. I intend to prove that.
Very good. David.
In 1979, when I ran for Harvard Grace City Council, because I wanted to be a public servant, I'm not a career politician, I'm a career teacher, but I wanted to serve the people of Harvard Grace. I ran 6-1 Democrat. I won. Paper told me I wasn't going to win. I won. It wasn't Bob Ehrlich back then in 1979. I ran for the House of Delegates. I was told, you're not going to win. We've never had a Republican ever elected in this district. I won. Knocked off an incumbent Democrat. I ran for the state Senate. I was told, you're not going to win. I won. I knocked off an incumbent Democrat. And then when I ran for mayor, the Sun paper came out with an article that said, there's no way David Craig can win. I won 2-1 and became the first Republican to actually defeat an incumbent Democratic mayor in 5 decades. So we know how to run those campaigns. This election actually will be a great deal like the election he won in 2002. People do not want O'Malley III to be here. They don't want a third term of this government that's been a monopoly. They don't want this government to continue to take your money, to ruin jobs, to force people to leave the state of Maryland. They won't want that, and they will elect one of us. And the other thing is, the 3 of us have agreed we're going to support whoever wins at this table, because we have to put this unity together to make sure that we get across the goal line, and we are going to do that. Whoever it is that is finally standing up, we're going to support, and that's going to turn it around.
Very good. All right, Ron.
I'm a practical man. I did some polling before I even got in the race and made sure what was going on out there, and I suddenly realized what Peter Franchot and Doug Gansler seem to be seeing, and that is that there's soft numbers in Montgomery County. They are understanding that people are paying attention in Maryland. They never used to pay attention before. They used to read the Washington Post. They didn't know what their state government did other than mass transit and a nice convention center, and they're paying attention now. And all of a sudden, when Doug Gansler goes to Montgomery County, he sounds like a Republican businessman. When he goes everywhere else, he's dishing out the money and promising money. The fact of the matter is that no one truly believes that Maryland is a place to invest in right now. The fact is that no one believes it's a future for our students right now. We're going to change that from day one. I know how to do it. I have an economic plan I put forward on June 1st. Baltimore Sun said I was the leader in putting together a sound economic platform. You can go read it on voterongeorge.com. It's about lowering the income tax, something I said way back then, about doing the independent audits and cutting the waste, and I have proof of that waste. I've been on the forefront of that, and in the health insurance exchange, and I guess we'll get to that later. And the fact of the matter is that we need to really put hope into people's hearts, and the way to do that is for them to see clearly that this is a government who begins to trust them. People aren't trusting their government because the government's not trusting them. To defend themselves, to pick the right doctor, to choose what type of health care or plan that you want, what type of education for your kids, and we're going to change that in this state. We're going to trust you. Thank you.